Game on the line. Williams lofting one for a deuce. He caught
it! You're listening to the world's #1 football podcast. Now, here are your hosts, Ben Hansen, Matt Hartman, and Ryan Matthews.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Pigskin Project, where we will be kicking off our off-season reviews and then schedule predictions. Finally, these things have been out for almost a month, I want to say. Maybe a little over a month, yeah. So, getting to it, just wanted to get underway with the transactions and everything for the June stuff. But now that the dust is kind of settled, or at least for the time being, why not get started? So, gentlemen, how are we doing? Matt, we'll start with you.
I'm doing great. I'm so excited after a United States men's national team victory. Talk about these teams. Talk about some fun teams. Talk about some not so fun teams.
Yes. Yeah. No, the U.S. game was awesome. The Balogun red card was a joke. Pumped. Yeah, as a flag, you guys can probably deduce, big Sixers fan. Go Jaylen Brown. But yes, let's get into it. We did all that stuff. Let's jump right into it.
Never said a bad word about Jaylen Brown.
What?
Never said a bad word.
Me? No, I've actually I've been a Jaylen Brown stan. Well, we don't have to do this here. Anyways, what team do we want to start with? Do we start with the team that made it to the Super Bowl, or do we start all the way on the other side of the division?
I say we start on the lower end and then kind of, go bad, good kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? That's my vote.
Bad, good. Yeah, I'm all right. I think we should start with the Dolphins first because I know how Matt feels about the Dolphins.
Okay. All right. Settle down on how I feel about the Dolphins. All right. Let's get into the Dolphins. Everybody can see my notes this year. Oh my goodness, I get to show my work this year. Last season, obviously, 7-10, not a good season. Bottom quartile of all the offensive metrics. Tua goes down for a little bit, I'm pretty sure. The defense wasn't good either. Then they make one signing, and it's Malik Willis. And Malik Willis, like, you look at the numbers, literally the best quarterback of all time, but he played 47 dropbacks, which ranked 60th of all quarterbacks. Mm-hmm. They cleaned house from GM, head coach, offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, highlighted by the Green Bay guys, John Eric Sullivan, Jeff Hafley. The big move outside of Malik Willis was extending Devon Achane. And then they just signed a ton of minimum guys. For a team that is tearing this down to the studs, they built it exactly the way that you should. They extended the one guy that's good. They traded away another guy who had value in Jalen Waddle for a first-round pick, and just signed a bunch of vet minimum guys who maybe one of them hits. I highlighted a few: David Ajabo, Jalen Tolbert, Tutu Atwell. If one of them hits, it's a victory, right? And then getting into the departures outside of Waddle, they traded Minkah Fitzpatrick, and then a ton of guys outside of Cole Strange, non-starters on other teams. Tyreek Hill likely doesn't play this year. Darren Waller still hasn't been signed to a team. He kind of had a little renaissance at the back end of the year. And then their draft, just a ton of picks. I couldn't include all of them, but those were the top two days. 7 picks in the first 3 rounds. Highlighted by Caden Proctor at pick 12. Impressive draft. I just keep saying, this is how you tear a team down to the studs. Pick a ton of draft picks, sign a ton of vet minimum guys, take a little swing on a quarterback. And then my questions, can this regime do what the Browns did last year with their rookie class? Carson Twessinger is a hit, Harold Fannin is a hit. You just go down the line. I know they spent some picks on quarterbacks and the Dolphins didn't, but they found star value in that draft class. And then the other one. What's a better case scenario? Malik Willis is a good quarterback. This team wins 5-6 games, or they're so bad they get the number 1 pick. What would you guys
So
think?
bad that they get the number 1 overall pick.
They win 2 games.
Well, and believe me, we'll get into it, right? But like that's of everything that you said. Like they did everything that they possibly could in terms of like tanking and rebuilding, and just tearing everything down the proper way. Aside from Malik Willis of it all, like that's still just a move that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Again, we're gonna tear everything down, and then we're going to take a flyer on a quarterback who we're not going to give any proven weapons to. And we're going to pay him, just over $22 million a year. It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. And if you're the Dolphins, again, you hope, like, can we get the first overall pick or second overall pick and really buy into Dante Moore, Arch Manning, Lord knows someone else might, be the first overall pick. For the quarterback position. But if you're them, I mean, you would have to prefer getting one of those guys over Malik Willis, right?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I mean, I don't think that the Malik Willis contract is like that bad per se. I will say, I mean, if he ends up being a backup again at that price, sure. But my thing is, like, you're signing him and then you're also bringing in Jeff Hafley as well. I think the intention is this guy's going to be the quarterback for at least 2 years in Miami. I also feel like the team built around him, listen, like Matt said, and he couldn't have put it any better, this team is ripped absolutely down to the studs. I guess my take for this is Malik Willis won't be overly spectacular, but like they won't be bad enough to get the number 1 pick either. I think they're going to be in position to get a decent skill player.
Well, that's the worst case scenario.
You just win like 4 games. Malik Willis hasn't proven anything, but you're not in a position to get a quarterback.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, well, who's he throwing to is the biggest thing, for me. And I'm not even saying like, it's not as much on Malik Willis as it is, on the offense. That's my point is when you this Dolphins team in 2026, it's going to look a lot like, okay, they might have something with Malik Willis. We won't know at the end of the season because they're throwing to guys that are 4th and 5th strings on other rosters. Like, these guys are not built to be in the position that they are right now. I don't have a lot of faith in this squad whatsoever. But with that being said, you can't really fault Malik Willis, at least in year 1, in my opinion, because, they bring in Caleb Douglas, they try and get in some protection with Caden Proctor, and then, like you said, they signed a couple guys, or a few guys in free agency to minimum contracts, but like they're not spending a lot. So like you can't expect Malik Willis to just turn water to wine here. Like, this guy is just going to try his best with a coach that he's done really good with in the past. And I'm just, no matter what happens,
but you don't pass up.
I will not be.
Yes, but you don't pass up the ability to get Arch Manning or Dante Moore because you don't just throw your hands up and say, well, the roster wasn't good.
I would go as far as to say if Jeremiah Smith is there, I'm taking him over either one of those guys specifically.
That's a take.
Yeah, maybe. But, yeah. And it's not just because he's a Buckeye either. I want to preface that, too, for people that know that I'm an Ohio State fan. That guy's going to be a superstar. So,
Sure,
I talked for too long.
Sure. Yeah.
No,
Yep.
I mean, I thought that was a productive conversation because I feel like that is what they're staring at. They would not pay him the contract that they paid him if they didn't view any semblance of an upside to it. Like that. And so they clearly value whatever upside Malik Willis can get out of this offense, which, again, with what he's throwing to, may not be a lot, but they still value it over because you could, if you're tearing everything down to the studs, you could throw Garrett Nussmeier, a 6th-round pick, like you throw a 6th-round pick on him, and he's our starter by week 4. Or we draft or we have Quinn Ewers on the roster. Like, there's ways for this team to we could just get the number 1 pick, and they clearly view the upside as the the play. So
I mean, on the bright side, Malik Willis is used to playing for teams that don't have a clear wide receiver one. So,
Okay, okay. Sneak
Just
jab, sneak diz.
I think that was pretty good.
bringing up the schedule.
Are we just going top row, middle row, bottom row?
Yeah.
that, we're just
They're all
doing
going to be
chunks of
different. The NFL should be mandated to release the same graphic for all of them, so it's easier
Agreed.
for me. But again,
Great.
champagne problems for me.
Yeah. So, do we want to talk about the odds at all a little bit, or will I pull this
I
up?
mean, here are the odds, guys. If you're interested, there they are. No, obviously very low odds. I don't think anyone is projecting any like semblance of success for this team. I mean, even if you look at like the over under number at like 4.5, which is I would have to imagine is like a top 5 like lowest over our over under win total in the entire NFL. And then obviously their division total is not much better. Very interested to see how it stacks up against the other quote unquote bad team in this division. But I don't know. Are there any odds that like stand out to you guys based off of that you guys are like, yes, this is like a must get? Because this time last year, at least me and Ryan, I don't know if Matt was on I know one of us wasn't quite on the train, but like two of us were very much like hammered the under on the wins. And we were absolutely 100% correct.
Yeah.
So I don't know if any of these odds have you guys jumped out of your seat.
I just think it's funny looking at the line is set at 4.5, and I understand that over is set at plus 100, but like, look at this schedule. Like, are they talking like, okay, you're talking like the Raiders are a winnable game, the 2 Jets games are winnable games, depending on how you feel about the Colts, maybe, but like everything else, in my opinion, outside of like maybe injuries, like that's all he got.
This whole division for me, like it was very tough picking games in this division.
All right, so top, middle, bottom, huh?
Yeah, you start first, buddy. You're
okay. So I'm gonna go with a loss against the Raiders. Actually, better yet, I'll just keep it simple. They're not winning a single one of these top row games.
So a loss against the Raiders, a loss against the Niners, a loss against the Chiefs, a loss against the Vikings, and a loss against the Bengals. Going
0-5 going into the bye week in week 6, which is just disgusting for a team that they can't catch a break. So, Matt,
I'll have him go. I'll start 0-4. I'll have him beat the Bengals.
Oh, so do I. That's so funny. I don't know why, but like when I look at that schedule, I'm just like, this game stands out to me. Like the Bengals are like a team that I feel like I could see them beating and just like randomly. So it's actually so funny that we both just like picked the Bengals there. But yes, I'm right there with you.
All right. Well, then next up, I'll go middle row. For the Dolphins, we're talking. I'm gonna have them split with New York, just on the season. So let's say they win in MetLife to make it. Or no, okay, they lose in MetLife. They lose against New England. Lose against Detroit. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna say they beat Indy as well, and then they lose against Buffalo, and then beat New York there. So they go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2-4 on the middle row for me, bringing them to 2-9 on the season so far.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna have them lose to the Jets, lose to the Patriots, lose to the Lions, lose to the Colts, lose to the Bills, beat the Jets. Like they'll split with the Jets. I think it's that close.
Yep. I'm right there with you guys in terms of splitting with the Jets, and I'm right there with you, Ryan, with them beating the Colts. So I have them losing to the Jets, losing to the Patriots, losing to the Lions, beating the Colts, losing to the Bills, and then beating the Jets at home. That's bringing them to 3-8.
Okay. And then I have them losing out from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 6 losses there. So
Yeah.
I have them at 2-15 on the season.
Yeah. Now I'm very interested to see if we picked the same row, this bottom row the exact same, because I could see us unironically doing it again here.
I didn't have him win a game on this bottom row, dude.
Oh.
I am. This roster is just so depleted, and all these teams are going to care about playoffs, right? Like, I think all of them are going to look at Miami on the schedule, and going to Miami in December is much more favorable for the opponent than in September or October. So I have them winning 2 games as well.
Oh wow, okay. I'm the high man on the Dolphins, I guess. I have them losing out the rest of the week until week 18. I have them beating the Patriots. Seems like the Patriots every year just has like a weird game where they're just like, what is going on? And like history has shown the Patriots kind of just like have one of these weird blunders, especially against this team of all teams. And I could see the Dolphins just like come week 18 saying, we just want to like try to see if we can ruin the Patriots' hopes of getting in the playoffs or winning the division, and just trying to play upset here. Again, that brings me at the high man for the Dolphins. Ironically, right at that line that Vegas set, and I have them going 4-13.
All right. So just a recap. I have them at 2-15. Matt has them at 2-15, and then Ben has them at 4-13. So there you have it for the Dolphins.
Also, like sneaky, Matt knows this because we've talked about it. Chris Bell, love that. Like when Chris Bell comes and plays in like week 10 or something, and like those final like 7 weeks of Chris Bell, the Dolphins are gonna be like, oh my gosh, we just found AJ Brown. We just got AJ Brown in the 3rd round. Like this is great. I can't wait. Like that's just like that's gonna be like the only storyline about this team that I'm gonna like care about is like, what does Chris Bell look like when he comes back from injury?
That's the most interesting player. Like that's the most interesting storyline for this team is a 3rd round rookie who is coming off a torn ACL in college.
Yeah.
Like it's just, again, this is what
serious.
you do when it's tore down like this, and I applaud them for doing this because it's so hard to do. Like after 2 years ago being like right in the playoff hunt.
Yep.
All right. Next up, Bills or Patriots? I'm going with the Bills personally.
Bills. Yep.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I think we should close with the Patriots because Super Bowl. All right, let's get into the Buffalo Bills. Last season,
A lot more on
12
your
and
screen,
5.
guys.
Lost to Denver in the divisional round. They were still a top 5 offense. They were still in that kind of weird little 10 to 16 range defensively. The EPA fluctuated throughout the season. And Josh Allen was still one of the best quarterbacks in football. He's ranked top 8 in both of those metrics since 2020, since his breakout season. He's the only player to do that since. So he's just been incredible since he's really hit that peak. They also fired their coach, Sean McDermott, after another loss in the playoffs. They promoted Joe Brady. They brought in Pete Carmichael from Denver, Jim Leonard from Denver, and they swapped out their offensive line and run game coordinator, Aaron Cromer. He retired, and so an architect of this offensive line. They've been a great offensive line the last 4 years. Just losing that right out the door. That's not nothing. So I wanted to mark it down. They kept Connor McGovern. They lost David Edwards. They had to pick one or the other. Brought back Dawson Knox kind of on like a restructure extension a little bit. Alec Anderson's going to play guard. DeMar Hamlin is still around. And then their big move of the offseason was trading for DJ Moore. Trading the 60th overall pick. We'll talk about that in a little bit. And kind of just remade the defense with some free agent signings headlined by Bradley Chubb. Brought in some guys in the secondary, including C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Like I said, their biggest loss was David Edwards. Everything else, I feel like, is addition by subtraction. Like maybe Reggie Gilliam going out the door is kind of a bummer for your 21 personnel looks, But for the most part, like Trey White's not going to make a roster. Joey Bosa's looking at retirement, and Matt Milano could still come back theoretically because they still do need some linebacker depth. But again, none of those guys outside of David Edwards am I looking at saying like, oh man, sucks we lost that guy. And then in the draft, they traded down a ton. You see that bottom bullet point. They entered the draft with 6 picks, basically their draft minus the 60th overall pick, and they left with 10 players. So again, they just trade down. But they did trade up for Davison Igbinosun out of Ohio State in round 2. Skylar Bell is an interesting name. TJ Parker with like their headline 35th overall pick, I think. And then my remaining questions, this is back to DJ Moore. Is DJ Moore the stabilizing force that they hope he's going to be? Because I hate trading the 60th overall pick. I would prefer to have a player in this draft class was a 60th overall pick. But in Josh Allen's prime, in this point of Super Bowl window, there is no receiver that is going to give you impact the way DJ Moore theoretically can and give you what I see as like, not so much the Stephon Diggs route of a few years ago, but what they idealized Amari Cooper when they traded for him at the deadline. Amari Cooper was just washed immediately. Is DJ Moore washed immediately? I don't think so. Is it a happy medium? Is it kind of not quite the peak of Stephon Diggs leading the league in, yards, but kind of like a 1,200 yard receiver? Is that still in there?
Bingo.
A few years ago,
Yep.
He was a dominant downfield player with Justin Fields. So is there still something to tap into? Is there a 2-year prime that he can find with this team? And then the other one, with so much defensive turnover, both staff and roster, is the defense actually better? Because theoretically, you're firing Sean McDermott because the defense, it reached a peak. It reached a limit. Well, they swapped out a ton of players, man. Like, it go through their R-Lads list, and there's just rookies and new players galore. And there's another question, like, I didn't throw on here, but, like, it's kind of like a little in the pseudo question, kind of related to the defensive turnover. Do you think, like, if this team was given a heads up, hey, like, we'll take, I don't know, Greg Rousseau and 3 first-round picks for Myles Garrett, do they jump on that offer with the Browns? So, like, I feel like this team is not so much in desperation for, like, new defensive ideas. They just need defensive talent. Like, Dexter Lawrence was available. Myles Garrett was available, and they didn't pounce on either one of them. So I'm really interested. This could be this is my fear with this defense, is it's the exact same thing.
Yes, I agree. I don't ever think the issue with the defense was Sean McDermott. Like, I think he was one of the better defensive minds in all of football, quite honestly. You just didn't have the horses to be able to actually put together a good defense and play the way that, like, a good defense should. And I don't necessarily think that you got to that point even now. So I think, like, I have my concerns that you might have even, like, downgraded as, like, your defensive play caller. Jim is great, like, and it's not even like a shot to him. Like, I think he can be fantastic. But, like, I think you potentially downgraded at your defensive play caller and didn't really do any substantial changes in terms of players that you're adding on your defense. Again, I've talked about ad nauseum the Bills and my disagreement with them, so I don't want to take over here.
Well, I'll go ahead and hit on the other point while we're at it. DJ Moore. So after watching him for the last 3 years in Chicago, I like the guy, and there's some bittersweet moments in there that I'll just leave out of here. But the one thing that I'll add is, when I look at this team and what they're going to ask DJ Moore to do, it reminds me a lot of the 2023 Bears, to where, hey, you're going to come in and be the guy for us for at least a year, to where, you are the main staple of this offense. And we've got, now this is where it differs. For the Bills, they're going to come in and say, we've got a quarterback that can get you the ball. Whereas in 2023, the Bears were kind of like, hey, we got a guy and we need you to be the weapon for him so that we could figure out if we've got it. But with DJ, the one thing that stood out to me with that is, in 2023, this guy had just shy of 1,400 yards. Okay. Now, keep in mind, this guy's 29 years old. He still has a lot left in the tank, in my opinion. Like, this guy can go ahead and compete for the next 3 to 4 years. It's still a very high level. And when you look at him and throw him into an offense with arguably the best quarterback in all of football, I think you're going to have a weapon that is very capable of being top 10, top 5 in receiving yards. Okay. Now I'm not willing to put money on that, but I'm just saying with what he's shown in the past with a lesser than quarterback, now you're throwing him in an offense with a greater quarterback, and not to mention a coach that's going to be calling plays that's similar or that's had history with DJ and has just experience, and it's a huge thing, and I'm sure he's going to be very successful. So I wish him all the best. Thanks for the second round pick, Buffalo. Appreciate it. Another interesting tidbit about DJ that I want to throw in that I just thought was really cool. Like, how could you root against the guy for this? He went into a Buffalo mall recently, spent well over $1,000 on jersey T-shirts of his own name, and basically told the store, like, hey, give these out for free. And so there were a bunch of kids and stuff that got free DJ Moore jersey shirts because he went into that mall and bought them all for him. So it's a cool guy move, but just a feel good story to get us going here. So, but when Ben's off camera now, so I'll kind of keep us going for half a second.
Nope. I just had to open my door. It was getting hot in my office.
All good.
I was hot and bothered by the Bills.
I don't think the firing of their head coach necessarily solved too much, but
not if you're going to hire a dude inside of the building.
It just doesn't make sense. Yeah, Baltimore. We'll get to that situation as well, but anyways, yeah,
that wasn't necessarily tangentially inside of the building. Anyways,
yeah, I'm ready to predict the schedule if you guys are.
Let's do it. Give us a second here, folks.
Yeah, these graphics, Matt, you're absolutely right when it comes to these things. They could have just totally made it easy on everybody, but anyways.
Yeah, dude, I gotta find pictures from all these, like, the team website sometimes just post the home schedule. I don't want to see just the home schedule. I want to see it all. So, but yeah,
give me a magnet to put on my fridge. You know what I'm saying?
So this is the division odds leader. -125. I mean, them and the Patriots are by far the odds leaders, but they are the minus money, and the Patriots are the plus money. They're tied for second for the Super Bowl, guys, at 10-1. They're, I believe it's with Seattle. Only the Rams have better odds to win the Super Bowl than them, and they're second in the conference, which ironically they might be tied with Baltimore as well for the Super Bowl, but I know they are behind them in conference. But yeah. Who wants to go? We'll kind of do it in the same way. The bye week being just go through the first 6 and then.
Yeah. So the first 6, I'll have them lose to Houston, beat Detroit, beat Los Angeles Chargers. I'll have them beat the Patriots, lose to the Rams, and then beat the Raiders, so they start off 4-2 going into the bye.
I'll make it easy. I have the exact same schedule through the first 6 weeks.
Okay. Matt?
I have them losing to Houston, beating Detroit, beating the Chargers, losing to the Patriots, losing to the Rams, beating the Raiders, 3-3.
All right.
Nice.
And then for the next 6, I have them. Baltimore's always weird, man. I'm gonna have them lose to Baltimore, beat Minnesota, beat the Jets, beat the Dolphins, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so beat the Chiefs, and then I'll have them beat the Patriots as well. They'll sweep the Patriots. So 5-1 in that next stretch. So they are 9-3.
I will have them losing to Baltimore, losing to Minnesota. They'll go into the Jets game 3-5, and then they'll rattle off 4 in a row. They'll go beat the Jets in MetLife, home Miami, home Chiefs on Thanksgiving, road Patriots.
Yeah, I have them beating the Ravens, losing to the Vikings, beating the Jets, beating the Dolphins, beating the Chiefs, and losing to the Patriots. I have them splitting with the Patriots, winning the home game, losing the away game.
So that brings you to, what is that, 8-4 then? Okay. And then for the final, let's see, 5 games there, I'll have them beat the Packers, lose to the better quarterback against Chicago, lose to the Broncos, and then beat the Dolphins and the Jets. So, what did I say? Beat the Packers? Yeah, they'll beat the Packers. So, so they lose 2 out of that 5. So that will be 12-5 on the season.
Nice.
I'll have them lose to the Packers, lose to the Bears, lose to the Broncos, beat the Dolphins and Jets. They will finish 9-8, likely out of my playoffs.
Ooh. Wow. Okay.
Okay. Fun. I have them losing to the Packers, beating the Bears, losing to the Broncos, beating the Dolphins, beating the Jets. So I'm right there in between the two of you guys. Getting kind of spot on there with Vegas. Maybe I made the odds here, guys. I have them finishing 11-6.
All right. Cool. Okay. No comment on the better quarterback thing. That's cool. All right. We're just not giving energy to that.
We did the whole quarterback show.
Yeah, the thing with, like, I've been waiting to fade this team, like, all offseason. I really have. And now the schedule is out. Like, I think this team has 2, like, very make or break parts of the schedule from, like, week 1 to week 5, and then the Thanksgiving to Christmas run. Like, those are 2 death nails for a brand new coach. Like, I am chomping at the bit for, like, Joe Brady to kind of not be good at this. And, like, those playoff games to really not be good at this. Like, that's what I'm fading. More so than fading the offense. Like, I think the offense is still going to be really good, but I'm more so fading the new coach. And
Did you have them losing to Detroit, Matt?
no.
No, okay. I was going to say, because I think we all had them winning their home opener.
Yeah.
Fun. All right. Next up, the Jets.
The Jets.
Jets, Jets. How fun.
All right.
Omar Cooper.
Let's get into the Jets. Last year, 3-14, 4th in the division. All of their offensive metrics pretty poor. Run block win rate was pretty good, 14th though. Defensively, also terrible. Their defensive EPA is 30th somehow. Not 32nd with 0 interceptions on the season. I'll say that again. They did not force a single interception last season, and they weren't the worst defense by EPA per play. Pretty incredible. They brought in Geno Smith to be their new quarterback. He was terrible. Watched some film of him last week to see, like, oh, was he, like, that bad? Yeah, all the things that he was good at.
If Geno Smith is actually even their quarterback after everything that's going on, but
yeah,
we won't get into that.
Like, he might. I don't know. Those things always take a long time to settle out, but I get your point. But
yeah,
all the things that he was really good at in Seattle, throwing over the middle of the field, throwing on time, throwing with anticipation, maneuvering, avoiding sacks, all of it was gone. Like, and he just wasn't accurate. So I'm really interested that this team was like, we got to go and get him. They bring in new coordinators, Frank Reich from Stanford, the interim coach last year, Brian Duker from Miami, and 12 other new assistant coaches. So kind of Aaron Glenn fighting for his job here. Let's really clean this up and see if we can get new people in the room. They kept Breece Hall and Joe Tippmann on extensions. They, of course, traded for Minka, we mentioned, with the Dolphins. And their big move was kind of trading for Devondre Sweat, flipping him for Jermaine Johnson. So I think they got They made out like bandits. Jermaine Johnson's not a good player. I think Devondre Sweat is a good player. And then they kind of brought in just I like Joseph Osai, little much on the contract. I thought it was a 1-year flyer. It turns out it's a 3-year. He's got guarantees in the year 2, so see how that works out. Demario Davis is a good player.
Extra for the Jets to get any player to come.
That's true. David Onyemata, but like just a ton of adults. I think is what they tried to do on the defensive side of the ball. And Nashawn Wright, he got interceptions last year. So again, just for vibes, maybe he at least gets 1 interception. That's my bold take for this team. He gets an interception this season for this team.
Someone on the Jets will get an interception. Bold take.
That's a bold take. That is a bold take this year because they had 0 last year. Not many departures. Again, like Quincy Williams, depth linebacker, and Michael Clemens, who, again, they just bring Kingsley Enagbare and Joseph Osai to slide in there. Elijah Vera Tucker didn't play any last year, so he is kind of not really a net loss for this team. Their draft, they took 3 first-round players, including David Bailey at number 2, Kenyon Sadiq, Omar Cooper Jr. added to the skill group, and then D'Angelo Pons got comped to his head coach, Aaron Glenn, during the draft. And then Cade Klubnik at the top of round 4, which they traded a future pick to get him.
And there's like genuine hype for him. Like it's absurd. Like out of
they wanted dibs on him. They wanted dibs on him. My remaining questions. I think this was me more so looking at the other defenses in this division. The defense acquired a sneaking amount of like good to solid players. I thought like they did pretty good on the defensive side of the ball. Are they like a top 16 candidate? Some numbers to like back that up. I know, like hearing that, probably not. When he was calling plays in 23 and 24, Aaron Glenn, they were 16th in both EPA and success rate with Hutchinson in 2023. And then in 2024, without Hutchinson for most of the season, they win 15 games. They were 14th and 10th, respectively. But in both of those seasons, they were great at stopping the run. Demario Davis, Joseph Osai, Kingsley Enagbare, good players to stop the run with. So I think that's kind of where, and then let David Bailey get after the quarterback. And then the other question I had, Frank Reich, last 2 times he did this, total disaster. Does anybody remember the Matt Ryan Colts year? Does anybody remember Bryce Young's rookie year? Yeah, Frank Reich called plays for both of those seasons. And so I just ask, scale 1 to 10, how much of a disaster is this? Because Geno's terrible. Like this is what you bring in to save your job, Aaron Glenn, on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know. I think this offense could be legitimately terrible. I don't love it. Just a ton of rookies. Garrett Wilson, pray for you, buddy.
Well, and it sucks because they have like the skill position pieces, like all in place. Like you have
theory,
Garrett Wilson,
right?
In theory, but you have Garrett Wilson, right? You have Breece Hall. Breece Hall is good. You have Omar. You took 2 pass catchers in the first round. So in theory, every hole that you could want in terms of skill position players on the offensive side of the football, you're very, very happy about. But it doesn't matter if your offensive line and quarterback sucks. And your play caller at that, right? And like that's why I think it's like absolutely a 10, because you did everything right in terms of getting the correct skill position players in, but you don't have your quarterback figured out and you don't have your play caller figured out. And it could absolutely be just pure disaster.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of this offense. Well, here's the thing. You said it. It's the skill players that are good. That's fine. You know what I mean? I'm a big Omar Cooper guy. Kenyon Sadiq's a dog. And then you look at Breece Hall as well, who signed the extension by the grace of God. Listen, more power to you. I understand money talks, but good Lord, there's nothing about this team that would make me want to play for them. So, looking at this situation,
Manning's going to change that.
Are they going to be in a position for that? Because here's my point. Because this defense and their head coach, I like it. For that specific, but it's Geno Smith. And what version of Geno Smith are we going to get? Are we going to get, screw it, I'm going to retire anyway, Geno Smith? Or are we going to get, they wrote me off, I ain't right back? You know what I mean? Like, because here's the thing, like that's literally the main point for me. If we even get something slightly below average, I think that they could squeeze out 6 wins, 7 wins.
Wow.
And to me, I think that puts them. I mean, that puts them well out of contention for that number 1 pick, and that's exactly what you don't want to do.
I think everything would have to go like perfect, like glowingly well. I think Geno Smith would have to play like an MVP quarterback. I think David Bailey from day one would have to be like a 15 sack guy. I think Omar Cooper would have to put up 1,000 yards. I think
specifically
Garrett Wilson would have to put up 1,000 yards for them to even sniff 7 wins with the way that their schedule is set.
Yeah. I don't know. Let's take a look at it. Let's find out.
I want to throw in one more little hat in the ring. You know who a team was that last year I think all of us kind of looked at and said, lame duck coach, quarterback, failure at his last stop. But the skill players are good. We think the offensive line is good. It's young, talented.
You're going to see the Seahawks.
No, because it wasn't a lame duck. Yeah.
How realistic is this team at the bye? Maybe not to the version the Colts were, but similar to what Ryan is saying. This team hits a stride enough that they are carried by the skill level talent. Breece Hall having a breakout season. Garrett Wilson is finally healthy. Like, I'm not saying it's definitely going to happen, but I'm not going to... That's a non-zero chance of happening to me. Even if I just, like, shadow over
I think it's like a
Geno Smith.
0.5% chance of it happening. Like, I think literally everything.
Okay, so what is it specifically that you're is it like Reich? Is
the
it
quarterback,
Geno?
the play caller? You do need to take a massive step on defense. Like, it's just like there's a lot of issues. I think.
Yeah. I think this defense can keep them in games enough to where the offense can slip and fall into a couple easy wins, or maybe not easy wins, but Gotcha.
I think I'm vice versa there. I think it would have to be the offense that would keep them in. It's the defense that really scares me on this team.
I get that because Aaron Glenn was a train wreck at times last year.
It was atrocious.
So, but yeah, let's get into the schedule.
Like what is okay?
Not quite.
Graphics, dude.
Yeah,
sorry. Like, what are you doing? What is it? Like, not you, obviously. I'm just saying, like, who hired this guy? It's crazy. Let's just throw a couple games there at the bottom. Why not? Sorry. Anyway, carry on, please.
Graphic design is my passion for fucking Ryan right now. Odds, they are about 5.5, which, again, like, I think 5-6 wins probably the place to be. Division 19-1, conference, Super Bowl, no chance. Again, you want to take a long shot? You like what I said about, hey, maybe they're Colts? Who knows? But let's get into the schedule. Who wants to go?
Well, first off, let me just say, if you ever have a Jets Super Bowl ticket, please call the number. Ben, carry on.
Gosh. Yeah, so it's just the top row here, I guess. Is that the way we want to go about doing this?
Yeah, it's 4 games apiece. Yeah, do it.
Yeah, I'll make it easy. They're not going to win a single one of those games.
Yeah, I'll go. Okay, let me jot that down real quick. Okay, so yeah, no, I'm with you. Actually, I was gonna say I like the Titans a little bit this year. Yeah, 0-4. Matt,
I haven't beaten the Titans, and then they'll lose those 3 AFC or NFC North games.
Okay. Ben?
Okay. Here's where they get a substantial amount of their win total here.
Who's playing quarterback for the Browns?
Who is playing quarterback for the Browns?
His back hurts. That's my take.
Oh, God. Jeez, I don't know here, y'all. I'm going to say they beat the Browns, lose to the Patriots, beat the Dolphins, lose to the Raiders. So they're splitting this row. They won 2 games this row. So they're 6-2. Who would have thought?
2-6.
Yeah, 2-6. Yep, not 6-2. Who would have thought that? 2-6.
Beat the Browns, lose to the Patriots, beat the Dolphins, beat the Raiders, and all of a sudden we're looking at a 3-5 Jets team. threatening Jets team.
I did have them beating the Browns. I can't have all of us have them beating the Browns. So I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna switch over. I'm gonna pick the Browns, and then they'll lose to the Patriots. They'll lose to the Dolphins. They'll beat the Raiders.
What do you like more about the Browns than you do the Jets?
I like the defensive talent. Like I like Schlesinger. I like Denzel Ward. I like the pieces they have in place. I guess Schlesinger and DeMario kind of compare, but I just like the defense in place, I guess.
I like the defense in place, and I also think the Browns like not like obviously a 1-to-1 comparison, but like the Browns also have some like fun pieces on offense too that like you can build around, right? Like you have Quinton Judkins. Harold Fannin definitely proved me and Matt grossly incorrect this past season, and then you went out and you spent your first round and your 2 second-round picks there on KCC, or a first and a second, I was correct, on KCC and Denzel Boston. So like there's some like fun things about.
There's a lot of mirror going on there.
Did you say 2 and 2 there, Matt?
No, I was going to have them beating the Browns, but I'll switch it to have them beating the Raiders instead.
Okay, so
1 and 3.
1 and 3 this row again.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll make it easy here. They're not winning a single one of these games.
Let's just do the rest. Can we do the rest here?
No. We'll do these 4, and then we'll do
the bye week
and then the last second.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I skipped a row.
Bills,
My bad.
Chargers, Dolphins. Yeah. So they're not winning any of the Chiefs, Bills, Chargers, Dolphins. Like, sorry.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. That's what I'm thinking as well. They will be 3 and 9. Ben's got them at 2 and 10. Matt.
I have them splitting with the Dolphins, so they lose the Week 7 game, but they win the Week 12 game. I have them losing the Chiefs, Bills, Chargers.
Yeah. And I was right there with you, Ryan. We'll do these final 2 rows here. I will have them losing to the Broncos, beating the Cardinals, and then losing the rest against the Patriots, Vikings, and Bills, putting their season total at 3 and 14.
Okay.
Again, firmly in the Arch Manning, Dante Moore position.
Would you have the Dolphins win?
I had the Dolphins going 4 and 13, so the Dolphins are 1 win better.
It's important for the draft, right?
It is very important for the draft.
I have them losing every single one of these games remaining.
Whoa.
So, and then I'll circle back once Matt tells his, but I'm at 3 and 14 as well.
Oh.
I'm gonna have them lose to the Broncos, lose to the Cardinals, and then they'll wake up. They're gonna beat the Patriots and Vikings, and then lose to Buffalo.
All right, so 5 and 12.
5 and 12. Got to throw some upsets here. I don't know. Throw them in there. Why not?
Here.
Yeah, I'm looking at this right now. So the only wins that I had was Cleveland, Miami, and Vegas.
I have Cleveland, Miami, and the Cardinals.
So back to my point, and this is why I said I would circle back, is when I said that they could stumble into 6 to 7 wins, I have them in it again with Miami. I think they could compete with Tennessee week 1 because it's week 1. Like you're going to see some weird stuff on week 1.
Are you doing like the Cavs coach analytically? We're up 2-0. Are you like, oh, they'll lose by 1?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I'm just saying reason why I'm saying that you're looking at an extra couple games to where they could be competitive in, and they could trip and fall and whoa, they did it kind of thing, right? Mm-hmm. Like Titans, you've got Browns, Miami twice, you've got the Raiders, you've got the Cardinals, and then let's say that they just somehow, some way figure out, a way to stay competitive with another one. That's 7 games right there. So, like, to put it to your point, to where there isn't like a, it's not unbelievable to say that, like, they did have a good draft. These guys, what happens if, like we had said for the Dolphins, what happens if they had a fantastic draft like the Browns and they put together several starters in a 2026 draft? Like, that could be huge for the Jets. That being said, I wouldn't put my money on it. And yeah, I think we're right to think that this is a
So
bottom 5.
let's
to
close it
8.
out with the final question. You guys both have them winning 3 games. Is
Yes.
Aaron Glenn coaching a year 3?
No.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
You don't give him a chance. You don't give him a chance to develop the quarterback.
I think he knew what he got into when he took the job, and they're not just going to throw him to the wayside.
Yeah. That's why you don't get fired after year 1.
Yeah,
not every time.
I think plans changed, bud. You got tapped on the back by the GM. Sorry, plans changed. We got 2 first-round picks for Sauce Gardner and a first and a second for Quinnen Williams. Sorry, bud. Like
Yes.
Plans change. We're in the quarterback business now, and you're a defensive guy. You know, so I'm just. Again,
if they're in a position to draft a quarterback, then sure, fire him so that you can pair him up with an offensive-minded guy.
It puts you firmly in the position to draft a quarterback. No,
we'll see.
Yeah, I still,
think so.
Yeah, I think this team is really good. I think this team is really good in the trenches. So I think they're just gonna win some games that we're looking at right now in July, saying no way. You know, that's kind of the reason for my 5 wins, and we still all have them under, and the juice is to the over. So again, like Vegas likes this roster more than any of us, and even me, the high man. So it's an interesting team to follow because again, I'm with Ben where it's like completely fade everything because the quarterback and offensive play caller might be dead last in the league in terms of like duo combo, but everything else is exciting. Everything else gives you some hope of like I think DeMario Davis is just going to rise that team to a level. I watched him do it with the Saints for the last 3 years. He just rises his defense to a level he is on. So interesting to see how it shakes out for the Jets. Probably not a Super Bowl.
No. Well, so Cade is the next Brock Purdy. Don't rule that out. Like that's a possibility.
Just to do a final recap for the Jets before moving on, Ben and I have them going 3-14. Matt has them at 5-12.
Big Jets fan over here.
Don't say that. All right.
No Jets fan. Matt
The
Hartman.
final team of the AFC East, the reigning AFC Conference champions, the New England Patriots. 14-3, first in the division, lost to Seattle in the Super Bowl in a game in which they got pantsed. Oh wait, they got pantsed the entire playoffs. They were first in EPA, second in success rate throughout the season. Both of those numbers in the playoffs, I think I sent it to you guys in the chat. That EPA number and the success rate number in the playoffs were both worse than the Raiders' offense in the regular season. So Patriots went from the best offense in football to the literal 33rd in terms of regular season rankings, if you include them into that mix. So just
Drake May is historically the worst quarterback performer of the playoffs.
Historically,
era.
Yes,
it's bad.
The snow saved him. And then defensively, 11th in EPA, 20th in success rate. They kind of turned it on at the exact right time. Zach Kerr was really good at this after their defensive coordinator. I want to say Terrell Williams was his name. He went out with a cancer of some sort, and Zach Kerr stepped in and was very successful. Drake May was awesome. He was second in MVP voting, first and second in success rate in EPA. Didn't make any coaching changes despite things that happened off the field with their head coach. You could go look it up. They kept Mike Onwenu
Brian, how do you
at
feel
right
about
guard. Don't speed on through. They kept Tommy DeVito as a backup quarterback. They brought in Romeo Doubs, Elijah Vera Tucker, Draymond Jones. They're playing Elijah Vera Tucker at left guard, moving Jared Wilson into center. Julian Hill was like an interesting 12-13 personnel tight end. He tore his ACL in OTAs, so that was a bummer to read about. They sniped Reggie Gilliam from the Bills and brought in Kevin Byard, but their big move was trading for A.J. Brown, and they gave up a 2028 first-round pick and not 2027. So again, pretty important logistics there. They traded away Garrett Bradbury to the Bears, which to me is addition by subtraction. Hopefully Logan Jones beats out Garrett Bradbury for you, Ryan. And then Marte Mapu to Houston. Again, that's kind of one of those things. He's been a bad football player. He might go to Houston and be awesome, just because that's what Houston does. They just churn out really good players. And they lost free agents like Jalen Hawkins, replaced by Kevin Byard, Caleb Chason, replaced by Draymond Jones. So just bringing in better players for the guys that kind of left. Lost Kyrus Tonga. That's one I don't think they replaced. He's a pretty good player, even if that only says 27% of the snaps. Their draft took a swing tackle in Caleb Lonu, Gabe Yakis, Eli Raridan, who now becomes like, just became important at work, and took 5 more day 3 selection, Karen Prunty from Wake Forest. No idea who that is. So, and this is me as a draft guy. No idea, never watched him, so threw him in here. And then the remaining questions, I think their most important question is about A.J. Brown, because is he washed? Because A.J. Brown went from headlining like a Super Bowl pass catching unit to being just ridiculously bad this previous season by his standards, I should say. I think he still hit 1,000 yards and still played most games, but for the most part did not look like himself outside of that one Rams half, if I remember correctly. So I think that's their most important question. They want to stave off regression on the offensive side of the ball, bringing in a superstar receiver. And then the second question, they're calling Drake May the schedule. Schedule gets harder. Does that make a meaningful difference? Does that matter for this team? I believe, let me find it in my notes here. Last year, they played 3 2025 playoff teams, 4 games if you include the Bills twice. They went 2-2 in those games. 2026, they face 8 playoff teams from the previous year. So, again, just everybody mocked the schedule. Well, now they're doubling up on playoff teams that they have to play this year. So, I think those are the most important parts. I think everything else, like defense is still going to be in a pretty good place. Nothing's really changed on the coaching end. No real mystery. I think Romeo Doubs is a fine player, and see what happens.
Yeah, very quickly, A.J. Brown is not washed. Offensive play calling sucked, and he did not care. That's point blank simple. Like, A.J. Brown doesn't suck, and this is coming from a guy who has had a growing disdain for him over the last year, right? But then also the flip side of that, I definitely think that the schedule has a major impact against them here, right? Again, they had a very, very, very easy schedule, like top 5 easiest in terms of strength of schedule last year, now jumping to a very, very, very difficult schedule, as Matt has pointed out. And for me, it is a massive cause for concern, because as you had mentioned, when they had to start playing harder teams, they got substantially worse at the game of football, given they had added pieces to kind of help fight against that and even hopefully improve, especially on the offensive side of the football with A.J. Brown and Romeo Doubs. But it's still something that is a very, very, very big cause of concern for me.
Yeah, no, you said it. Yeah, that's pretty much where I stand with it as well. Yeah, I don't know. I'm ready to get it going, honestly.
Yeah.
Do you think A.J. Brown's washed?
Do I? No.
Matt, do you think A.J. Brown is washed?
Sorry, that was a stall to get to the schedule. Schedule's up. They have odds 10.5, similar to the Bills. They are plus money to the over, big juice to the under at -140. So Vegas kind of with us on the schedule thing. Plus 120 for the division, plus 760 for the conference, and 16-1 to win the Super Bowl. They kick off on a Wednesday this year. We got Wednesday opening kickoff this year, guys, against Seattle. Who wants to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. I think they're going to lose this first matchup again to Seattle. Then they will beat the Steelers, right? Yeah. Beat the Jaguars, and then they will lose to the Bills, beat the Raiders, beat the Jets. So 4-2 in their first 6 games.
Matt?
Also, A+ job from the graphic designer to keep it simple. Thank you for that.
Yeah, this was their website. This is the only one I could pull from the website that I thought was actually like good.
Wow. I mean, the graphic design team is really pushing the gambling on us. I can't believe the website has their
Okay,
odds
dude.
so
All
much
right.
better.
All right. All right. Yeah. Graphic design is my passion. I am going to have them beat the Seahawks, lose to the Steelers, lose to the Jaguars, beat the Bills, beat the Raiders, beat the Jets.
Okay.
I'm filling
putting
it out
that
as
at
we
what,
go.
4-2,
Yeah.
which is funny because I think we all ended up at 4-2 here. I have them losing to the Seahawks, beating the Steelers and Jags, losing to the Bills, beating the Raiders and Jets. 4-2.
Middle row, I'll have them beat the Bears. Wrong. Nope. Sorry. Other Super Bowl team will beat the Bears. Bears will win this game.
I don't think you're going to have the Bears lose a single game when you look at other people's schedules.
Buddy, this is the first week we're doing Bears. Something Bears, okay? So, yeah, Bears sweep the AFC East. Yeah, let's do it.
We're talking
anyways,
Patriots, buddy.
0-1. Then they'll beat the Dolphins. They will beat the Packers. They will lose. No, they'll beat the Lions. And then they will lose to the Chargers. So they are 3-2 in this middle row for me.
Okay.
I will have.
Sorry, I
them-
made that super complicated, but anyways.
You really did. I'll have them beat the Bears, beat the Dolphins, beat the Packers, lose to Germany's team, the Lions, beat the bye, and beat the Chargers.
So 4-1 there.
Okay. I will have them lose to the Bears, beat the Dolphins, lose to the Packers and Lions, and then beat the Chargers. So I have them going 2-5 here, putting them at 6-5, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. All right. And then as for the bottom row, I'll have them. I think I had them splitting with the Bills, right? I want to say so. Did I have them
Did you?
splitting
I
with
don't
the
know.
Bills? Maybe.
Did you?
I don't know.
Sure.
I'm just gonna say, yeah, splitting with the Bills. Beating. So okay, that would be they lost to the Bills in the front row. So they will beat the Bills down here. They will beat the Vikings, lose to the Chiefs, beat the Jets, lose to the Broncos, and then beat the Dolphins. Which is funny because I also have them going 12-5, which was the same record as the Bills, and they end up splitting with the Bills, which means we get into the complicated tiebreakers.
Conference record,
yes, which I believe the Bills end up taking that. So
Calculate in your own time, buddy.
yeah,
I'll have them lose to the Bills, beat the Vikings, beat the Chiefs, lose to the Jets, as I mentioned. A little upset there. Short week coming off the Chiefs game. And then they'll lose to the Broncos and finish it out, beating the Dolphins, finishing 11-6, winning the division comfortably by 2 games. Yeah.
Nice.
In contention for a top 3 seed.
I have them beating the Bills, losing to the Vikings. They just can't beat anyone in the NFC North. Anyways, losing to the Chiefs, beating the Jets and Broncos, and then if you remember the Dolphins' schedule, the Dolphins upset them. Again, this would be very, very fun because going into this week, the Jets the Bills and Patriots would be tied, and you would have to hope things go a certain way. But that actually just brings the Patriots to 9-8, which gives the Bills a substantial lead at 11-6 for me.
We're flipped.
Yeah, so it's fun. But I have them going 9-8. The schedule does play a very big impact here. Again, I'm gonna ride the fence to high oblivion here. I would not at all be shocked if this team wins 12 or 13 games. But again, the schedule is a cause for concern for me. And as much as we don't want to like touch on it and get into it, I wouldn't be shocked if everything with the head coach has distracted portions of this team as well.
Yeah, I'm with you.
That was going to be a question.
Yeah.
What?
That was going to be a question from me. Like, is this something that truly does linger into the season? As goofy as it is for us on the outside,
Yeah.
this has been going on since April. So, like, it
Yes,
is.
and it is still going on. I mean, even with like, you know, obviously not quite the Patriots, but I mean, we're still like even seeing stuff with like the Vikings of it all, right? So, like, I wouldn't be shocked if this does again play an impact on the team. Again, having them go 9-8, AJ will go for like 1,400 yards and everything, and Patriots fans will laugh at the Eagles fans, and it'll be fun.
So just to recap, I have them going 12-5. Matt has them 11-6. Ben has them 9-8. So that'll bring us to the AFC East standings predictions that I have for us. I have the Bills as the AFC East champions in 2026 and 2027. Then the Patriots are the runner-up, which will be in the playoffs. Then the Jets, and then the Dolphins in that order. Ben has the Bills at 11-6, Patriots at 9-8, Dolphins at 14-3, Jets at 3-14. And then Matt has the Patriots finishing in first at 11-6, Bills at 9-8, missing the playoffs, Jets at 5-12, and then the Dolphins at 2-15. So, any final thoughts regarding the AFC East, gentlemen?
No, very, very fun division, right? It is definitely an interesting division because you have it's very top heavy and very bottom heavy, and there's not much of the in between going on.
Yeah,
and there's not really any other division quite like that. You know, you get many divisions where it's like, okay, all of these teams look very, very good. Cough, cough, NFC East or NFC North. Or you have a division where like all of these teams could be bad. Sorry, Matt. But you don't have a division quite like this in terms of like it's either top heavy or bottom heavy, which just makes the discussion for the entire division a quite interesting one.
Yeah. I think I want to preface the future episodes by saying they likely will be longer than this one, I would assume.
Can I say one more thing?
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Do you guys have any stand on the table takes like I did for the Bills? Is there anything in this division that like tickles your fancy? Like I think Ben's saying like, what did you say for AJ Brown?
Oh, that he's going to go for like 1,400 yards, but I don't even think that's like stand on the table because like that's what he had done previously outside of like this past year. So like I don't even know how like bold that is, especially considering you're pairing him up with like the MVP runner-up. If you want to consider that like my bold take for this, I guess we can, but I wouldn't even consider that a bold take.
Yeah, I mean, if it's that crazy, I guess I'll say like
Just
slight regression from Drake May, but nothing too crazy. And I'm talking like metric wise, not like stat wise, if that makes sense. Like him and AJ Brown are going to be good. Him and Romeo Dubs are going to be good. You know, I can't really shame them there, but they're going to have to be to, you know, compete with a schedule like this. And when I talk about regression, I'm talking about the overall, you know, media takes and people talking about them and whatnot because they're not finishing the amount of games that they would have or something like that. Maybe there's a couple games that are close that, you know, they get the best of them. But here's the thing that I'll stand on. Drake May is a good quarterback that is here to stay for a very long time. And when it comes to him and Josh Allen competing in the division for the next few years or several years, you know, it's going to be a lot of fun. And The best piece of advice I could give people is just to enjoy it while you can, because matchups like this don't come very often. So
Here's my bold take. Chris Bell is going to be the best rookie down the stretch of the season of anyone in this division. That's saying something because David Bailey plays in this division. That's my take. There you go.
Devon A-Chain gets traded?
No. I was going to throw
Not
in,
after saying that.
for you, Ben, I would think that, because you had the Jets losing a lot of games, right? They have a late bye. Aaron Glenn fired week 13 bye.
I would not at all be shocked by that. I mean, at that point, like I would say, just like stick it out. I mean, what's the point of just like overturning it to overturn it at that point? But like, I wouldn't be shocked at all if that's what happened. So,
all right.
Just throwing out talking points.
Yeah. Stay tuned for some more content coming your guys' way. We want to, say thank you for sticking around. Let's run some Weddle real quick, and then we'll get out of here, huh?
Yeah, let's do it. While we're getting it pulled up, Matt, this is me remembering that Caleb Douglas was on the Dolphins. Like, this is so much fun for me. I was a big stand for the two Texas Tech wide receivers in this class. Like, they were just shocker, big,
Who
tall,
was the other
fast.
one, Virgil?
Yeah, Reggie Virgil.
Yeah.
And
where did he go?
I don't know where he went. I know he went like late. Like, he ended up getting picked. But it was he's on the Cardinals. That might be really fun. But
Best rookie in the NFC West.
best
Move over, Ty Simpson. Move over, Jeremiah Love. He's the best rookie on his team.
Hey, Weddle Classic. What is this, like, just the new look of the
it's new
website?
UI. Yeah,
Wow.
I changed it. Graphic design's my passion, Ryan.
Yeah. All right. Everybody knows the rules. We were talking about AFC East, so give me Drake May first off. Yeah.
Matt, do we do college Weddle with Ryan?
No. Wait, did you say Drake May? You want to guess Drake May?
Drake May, yeah.
Drake May.
It's gonna be another kicker or punter.
Big Drake.
No, it's classic. It's classic. Chill.
I know, next round.
NFC receiver, Young. I don't know. Do you have one?
No, you go for it. I'm waiting for you to help me out here. Not that this one really matters necessarily.
There you go.
Wow.
There you go.
Well,
It's got to be one of those small little running backs.
Blake Corum.
I was gonna say, is it your boy?
It was.
Wow.
So much fun. Oh my gosh. There's very few players that have ever brought that excitement for me in college football like Blake Corum did.
My favorite play from him was the Zach Zinter run, like right after he got injured, 6'5".
Right after he got hurt, yeah.
I love that one.
Okay.
Is Gervon Dexter in this yet?
Oh, he's in
Do
it.
you want to guess?
Oh, yeah. That's my guess. Dang it.
It's such an awesome guess because he's so tall, he's young, and he wears 99. So there's just no way anything's close.
It's either him or nothing. That's it.
All right, I'm gonna waste my on a kicker just to.
Oh, I wanted to do that.
It is, yes, dude. That's 3.
It's a punter.
Weeks.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh, it's a punter, dude.
No, it's a long snapper again.
I hate Weddle so much. Why? It's just like, is Wednesday special teams now? Is like that what we're doing?
Maybe hard is just exclusively special teams.
I also want to clear things up, by the way. I do not have anal fissures. Okay?
Yes, he does.
That is not a thing.
He's lying. He's lying. He's actively sitting on a donut pillow right now.
I'm not. Okay, I'm not.
Show us. Anyways,
Show you my
I forgot
donut
we
pillow
talked
that
about
I
it.
don't
You were
have.
ashamed of that. I can't believe you brought it up on your own.
no.
He's stalling. Guess a long snapper now.
No, I don't, dude. I don't know like any punters.
Cole Kmet, best long snapper ever.
Matt Ariza.
punt god.
I heard he's a great guy. All right.
He's all right.
What is
Guys,
that one?
notice how
It's
he
like,
didn't show us his chair, so we
isn't
can't
it like
be
Bajorkin
100%
or
sure
something
it's
like that?
not.
How do you spell it? Bjor.
Oh,
Something
Corey
like that?
Pahorkas?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Okay. Thanks.
It's a
I'm
good
out.
guess.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of like different punters that I remember.
AFC East.
I don't remember if
Who's
this guy's a punter, but I can remember a name that is special teams. So I've got another guess when I can.
Devin Hester.
Shut up. I do have another suggestion after this too, by the way.
He's
If we have
old too. He's been in the league for a long time.
Old punter. Been in the
Oh.
league.
No, he's not. That dude's not a punter. You can see Jason Sanders, but he's not.
Yeah, he's not. He's not a punter.
I don't even
dude.
think he's with the Dolphins anymore.
He's not a punter, dude. Oh man.
Joey
This
Sly.
This is
He's not a punter
terrible.
either.
East or South? Oh. He's not this old, but I know he's in this division. Yeah, so there you go, guys. Oh, he is
Ooh,
that
I'm
old.
out. No, I'm out. I'm out.
South?
So we've got Houston, we've got Indy, and we've got
Yeah.
Jacksonville.
I think I have it.
I just want to see if it's a punter. Just throw in Anger. I think he might be
It's a
a
punter.
kicker.
Yeah,
He's
it's
a punter.
green.
But that's
It's green.
no. I'm saying Anger though. Like, he is a punter, right? But he's like for Dallas or something. I think.
This
Maybe?
guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is for Dallas. Okay. That was just all
37.
knowledge test. I'm basically out. So you
Ooh.
think you have it.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. I have another segment suggestion, and it's going to take like 2 minutes. Actually,
Whoa.
maybe not, because there's the three of us. Go to that 17-0 website, and the three of us draft a team and try and go 17-0 until we get it.
Ooh, not until we get it. Not happening.
No,
Until we
not tonight.
get it?
I'm saying the segment.
Oh, just draft like one.
Yeah, every episode we go until we get it, and then we don't play if we like after we get it. It has to go 17.
For the guy that didn't want to do a long episode. Anyways,
Is it
It's
this
been an
one?
hour and 17 minutes, you turd.
I'm joking. Calm
Is it
All
this
right.
one?
down.
Yeah, click new
Calm
game.
down.
Do we want to?
No,
Can
because
you do more?
the thing
Can you do more ultimate? You want to do ultimate or classic?
classic. It's quicker that way.
Okay, new game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ryan, you start. We'll go in
Okay.
order.
Chargers.
on.
Give me the head coach. No, give me Herbo. Give me Herbo.
I was gonna
Oh.
say.
I don't think he's good enough. Well, thanks, guys. McLaurin, like why? Sure.
No, you don't have to. You don't have. I was gonna
What?
say, yeah, you could have gone head coach, anything. Yeah, you know how it works.
No.
I'm just
Jameer
saying
Gibbs.
for the people that don't. Give me something good. Give me something good. Oh, give me the head coach. You could type HC too, and it's faster. Yeah.
It's hard, bro.
You know what, Theo Johnson?
No.
I say likely. Brenton Strange.
We're playing this next week, everybody.
Okay.
Steelers D. Okay. How'd we do?
Ooh, 13 for me. We'll do one more.
I was okay. Okay. One
Ben gets to start it. I don't like that Ben gets the pick for him. I don't know. I just feel bad for Ben. I don't know why.
Sure. Oh, Broncos defense. Which is ironic. That's how that works.
It's a really good one.
Oh,
Am I next? Am I next?
Jonathan Taylor, dude. Come on.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor. Yeah,
Alec Pierce.
dude.
Off to a great start. A
Josh
roaring
Downs.
start.
Oh my god, I'm so excited to talk about the Colts when I talk about Josh Downs. The Raiders.
Come
Jack
on.
Besh.
No. Dante Thornton.
We have a team here.
Well, do we?
Rogers?
Mike McCarthy?
I'm thinking it like might have to be like I hate doing that, but like I'm
What are the
trying to think
receivers in
like
here?
which
These are the receivers. If you want one.
Yeah. You can
Well,
go
I know.
DK.
Like, do we do Mike McCarthy or do we do DK?
Does coach matter in this? I don't think it does.
Yeah, let's do Mike McCarthy. Well, shit, guys.
Screw Mike
I just
McCarthy.
picked the defense.
All right.
Mike McCarthy.
Eli Heidenreich. All right, this one's big. Please be the Bears.
Oh.
That's even better. That is even better. Oh my god, it's even better. Oh.
Give me
really?
Love.
Oh, Jordan Love? Oh,
Just because
quarterback?
all of their wide receivers are garbage, dude.
He's our quarterback for the 17-0 team? Let's see. Uh-oh. Let's see. Let's find out together.
Yeah. We just got worse.
Shit.
Oh!
That
Who's
hurts.
better? Who's
It has
better?
to be Igbuka.
Mbuka.
Yeah. Go for it.
Dude, this
We
is
got a pretty
actually a
solid
good
team, though.
team. Oh my god.
Did we kill it on the first segment?
No,
No.
There's
we-
no
we-
way. Click Igbuka.
No, it's really good, but this receiver is definitely going to tank it.
I'm thinking 14 wins right here, guys. Yep.
Oh, look at this guy.
Okay, Matt. Now you have to start.
14
We have
wins
to
and a
pick
first
our
round
players.
knockout because of our quarterback.
All right, I get to start. Okay, dude. All right.
Ooh, you
Wait,
going head coach, running back? Yeah.
There's a right answer. There's a right answer.
There is
There
a
is
right
a-
answer.
There is a right
Tyler?
answer.
Chuck. no.
No, 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 no.
He said the right answer.
No,
He
no,
said the
no.
right answer.
No, no, no.
Oh, this
Like,
guy
I
wants
hate to say it.
Jawan Johnson. Oh, wow. Look at this guy.
It's the
going
right
all
answer.
in.
Like I think it might.
No, it's not him either. It's not him
Kellen.
either.
You're doing
Kellen.
Gilmore? Okay.
Yeah.
My guy. Teefs.
My guy.
See. Oh, Jackson Smith
Come
and
on.
Jigba.
Yep.
I was gonna go the defense. too,
John.
but I'm.
John.
Ooh.
Dawson Knox?
Guys, we are putting
Defense?
together a great roster.
We need to get the Vikings.
Shut
Oh,
up.
wrong game. Wrong game. Wrong game. Sorry.
Ooh.
Ah. Julie Hill. These are your tight end options. You have to
Gotta
pick
go
defense.
defense.
You have
Yeah.
to pick defense. We have to pray for like Bowers or something.
I'm stuck with I'm just cursed with picking defense. Like that's my only option. I
Eli
can only pick
Raritan.
defenses. I can only pick defensive and head coach. Like that's. God damn it. Yeah,
You could have picked
yeah.
Tyler Shuck. We would
Give
be
me
in the
defense.
driver's
Give
seat.
me- yeah, I could have picked Tyler Chuck over Josh
Tyler
Allen.
Shuck and Joe Brady are tearing it up, dude. All right, here we go. It's the last one.
Dude, if we get Rams defense.
Oh,
Cade
Otten. All right, dude.
Yes.
Nice
13
11
wins.
wins, dude. What?
15-2.
What?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're done for
Kellen
this
Moore
week,
moved
but
the
we'll be
needle that
back
much?
next week with another 3 attempts. We get 3 attempts. All right. Gentlemen, any closing comments before we shut this thing down? What division are we doing next week? Are we going NFC
We're
East?
going by the compass. This guy doesn't pay attention.
Go,
here,
yeah,
man.
we're going by the compass. That's what Ben said last show.
Yes.
NFC East. All right. So, all right.
No. We're sticking with AFC. We're doing our way around the compass, and then we're
going
to
around
NFC.
the compass, Ryan.
Okay, all right. AFC West, everybody. AFC West, we're doing that.
It's just such a
I
funny.
totally
way
didn't
say
have to think about that
something.
for a second. So
Wait.
We're going by the compass.
Wait.
south.
How
It's
is
south.
AFC South.
How
It's
is
south.
South.
I was gonna say, how the
Everybody
Listen,
take a breath.
Whose freaking idea is it to record
Everybody
this late
take
at
a
night?
breath. Everybody take a breath. It's late. We're all tired.
No.
Yeah.
Ryan not only
We
has
should play
anal
Weddell
fissures,
College
he-
right now.
he also,
No. Thank
too
you,
much
everybody, for
drink.
listening to the Pigskin Project. This has been the guys. We want to say thank you to Spotify for podcasters.
What? I have
for your
LeBron takes.
Regional Radio Sports Network, Uppercuts Grooming for helping us grow as a
Guys, Ryan didn't
podcast.
Joe's his chair. He has anal fissures.
I don't.
He didn't stand up, guys.